Hey everybody, it is TorontoUnicorn, and I have not done a pillow talk in, I don't know, over a year. I am on the eve, the night before, a very big event in my social life, my sex positive lifestyle. I am going to a multi-day hotel takeover from a sex positive group I am part of called Sugar Cookie. The event is called Candygasm 2. It is a very well planned hotel takeover. There is an itinerary of all of the events that I'm invited to. And there's so many, exciting, very carefully planned out details of like, if you want to participate in like a group situation, there's a sponsor called like Spicy Friends or something. And they set up a room that's like a coordinated, like orgy, and they even put up on Facebook tonight, which is the night before, pictures of them in shirts that say like orgy referee, and I'm like, this is fucking genius, this is great. So there's so much going on. There's a room, as I said, that people can participate in a group sex scene with some safety and some people in there to make it run smoothly. There's a pool party that they've agreed to like tape up the walls, or sorry, the windows so that you can't see in, because the hotel takeover includes the pool being like reserved for just this party. And so it'll be just us allowed in the pool, and it's like you're allowed to be naked. Not normally at this hotel pool, but this hotel takeover, yes, you're allowed to be naked. Or just topless or with an outfit on, whatever, right? But the difference is, yeah, you can be naked and you can hang out with your friends naked and have a pool party, right? Like I know DJ Slim, who I know, he's my guy, right? But he put together this like the soundtrack for this pool party, and I had actually loaned my voice to it. So he does this really like good mix. It's a couple hours long that you just basically hook it up to a speaker, hit play, suddenly you've got a kick-ass pool party. So I was able to throw my voice in it in a few places, like welcome to like Steph's Mermaid Lounge pool party, right? Because that was Mermaid Lounge is the sponsor of it. So I felt like I got to like throw my little sexy voice in there being like, thanks for coming to the pool party. Like, don't fuck in the pool. I actually said that. It's in the soundtrack. So this is like a big event, right? Very well planned. There's all these, there's a Facebook group for the, Sugar Cookie. And then there's the event, Candygasm 2. And then I'm following the event, right? Because I'm going. And I wasn't even sure if I should do this pillow talk yet, because I was like, I'm about to see so much. My mind is about to be blown so fucking much. I have never gone to a hotel takeover before. Never. I've been in this lifestyle 5-6 years. Never. I've rented a hotel room and had a sex party in it, but that's very different than having multiple floors of a hotel reserved and cut off from the other people only for swingers. I mean, what else can I say? It is the first time I'm ever going to something like this. And I'm in Canada. I live in Toronto. For the time being, I don't plan to travel very often or very far or cross into the US. And so it limits my options to go to a hotel takeover or like a swinger cruise or whatever, right? So I'm like, I want to go to this. So it's the night before. I wanted to like, lay in my bed and talk to you like a friend and be like, these are the thoughts I'm having. First of all, the guy that I'm going with is my guy. We're not really looking to swing as much as we're looking for that amazing, hopefully a unicorn experience, right? We would absolutely love to have a threesome together. And so that's like on our radar right now. So if that happens, that would be amazing. I mean, did I shave my, down there just in case? Yeah. So like, there's hope there. If a girl shaves her pussy, there's hope. Yeah. Anyways, so there's like so we have this idea that, yeah, if we find another woman that we both vibe with, great. If not, we're not going to be swamping around. I'm not going to make out with anybody else. I'm just going to be there on my date, enjoying the people, enjoying the scenery, right? Like there's all these different, scheduled like games where I know that there's people who okay, I can't even go into too many details, but it's literally people volunteering to be oral pleasers for like 5 volunteers to have a race to like see who can like, you know, anyways, it's a sexual game. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. So these are the kind of things that, yeah, you might want, maybe if you're not ready to participate, maybe you still want to go and like take that eat in, right? Like take a gander of that, like look at it. I would want to watch these things. So there's going to be a pool party with a bunch of naked people. I know you can't have sex in the pool, but I think you're allowed to like, give a blowy on the side of it or something. So there's like some gray area there. But overall, this is a swinger sex positive pool party, right? So fun times. And then all these scheduled events and games, I'm definitely going to poke my head into at least hopefully all of them, because I want to report on this event day by day. Like I'm going to be vlogging my experience at this hotel takeover. Like, hey, day 1, this is my outfit. This is what I'm excited about. These are what I've learned so far. Day 2, day 3, right? Like, so I'm going to be covering this as Toronto Unicorn. I'm going to be living and breathing and, energetically channeling Toronto Unicorn for 3 days straight. Okay. I'm going to need to nap every day. It's just a thing because like I can't go like that. But it is going to be different than my normal day to day. So, I'm excited to go. I know a lot of people going. There's some, things I'm nervous about. Like there's for example, there's a pajama pizza party at like 11 or 11:30 at night on one of the nights. And it's a pajama pizza party with a bunch of sex positive people. Isn't that fucking amazing? Like, I'm excited for the pizza, not just the fucking pajama party. And so then I was thinking, well, if I was normally going to pajama party with my friends, I'd probably bring something like my long pants that are like comfy or like have cupcakes on them or something. But I'm like, people are probably going to be wearing like silk robes and nighties, and like, this is going to be a sexy pajama party, I think. And so I'm like trying to think to myself, I'm like, don't just think comfort, bring something sexy, because that's not always my natural. Do I always hang out in silk pajamas? No. But do I have to keep my mind open for that? Yeah. Because otherwise I'd be the girl who brought a fucking onesie. I don't have a onesie, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't think these things through sometimes. I'm like, pajamas? Okay, well, here's a pair of shorts I wear to bed. But like, no, it has to be like sexy lingerie. It's like an excuse to wear like a nightie, okay? So anyways, I'm going to have to shop around in one of my different drawers that's not just for my everyday. So, but these are the things that I'm like, oh yes, what am I packing? What am I bringing? And one of the questions I had about these, hotel takeovers is I've seen a lot of people decorate their hotel room doors and then advertise what hotel room they're in for people. So people will take like, I don't know, a whiteboard and put like, hey, this is, let's just say it's John and Judy's room, right? And then they'll put like a sticky on their door that like, knock if you want to join, or, looking for male, whatever it is, right? So people can actually decorate their door with like upside down pineapple lights. Maybe they attach candy to the door that people could, because it's Candygasm, the theme, right? Maybe people can come and have a piece of candy. But I was thinking with my partner, and I was like, do we have to decorate our door? Like, should we or should we not? And then it was funny because I'm part of this lifestyle mastermind Zoom hangout thingy once a month with a bunch of business owners and like leaders in the sex positive business space. And I'm really like honored to be a part of it, because the people I get to talk to and trade ideas with are pretty well established with, some of their businesses like in this lifestyle. So, anyways, I learned from hearing one of their stories that decorating your door was an invitation of sorts for people to come knock and come in. Now, I'm just going to give it to you straight, okay? I'm Toronto Unicorn, out friendly, bubbly. I'll be your, chat your ear off. But when it's time for me to go and get some rest, I don't want people knocking on my door, right? So I don't want to put a big glaring thing that's like, hey, this is Toronto Unicorn's room. Why don't you come say hello? Because what if they do? And then I'm like pissy, I'm grumpy. What if I, don't want to answer the door and I start to be a secluse in the middle of a hotel takeover? Like, I don't know. And so anyways, I've decided after talking to a friend who's part of the event that's happening tomorrow, I said, never mind. I'm going to not put anything on my door because I want no one to know where my door is. Okay. Like, yes, it's a hotel takeover and my neighbors are all going to be part of the same lifestyle group, but there's a difference between putting like a sign on your door saying knock, this is who I am and this is, come say hello. And then someone who doesn't so it's like the trick-or-treaters. I'm like, I'm just going to keep my light off and people will just leave me alone. Anyways, I am packing some stuff to do potential interviews with people. I don't know what's going to happen with my Toronto Unicorn content curation because I don't know what people are going to be open for. And for the most part, I'm not going to be able to film anybody without their permission. And I do have permission to film a few people going and show their outfits and things like that. So you'll be able to get a taste. Curly Vixen is going, actually. She's one of the people that has a hotel room. She's splitting with 4 different people. So it's one of those weekends, people, for especially singles unite, and then, yeah, because she's going with a girlfriend and then like a friend, and then there are some guys that they know and the lifestyle they're friends with too. So like they're all like designated in certain sleeping areas. This is gonna be one of those crazy fucking weekends. So then I saw people putting on the Facebook event. I saw people putting pictures of all their sex toys out, like multiple sized toys of all sorts. People are putting pictures of the restraints that they've already equipped to their hotel room beds. People are uploading pictures of themselves standing in front of their room number, which is fucking genius if you're looking to score, because you're literally like merging the pieces of information people need. This is what I look like, and this is where I am. Okay. So it's genius. So kudos to those people. But it's funny because there was so much preparation that went into this event and people got to ask all sorts of questions. Where is nudity allowed? Where is sex allowed? For example, there are certain floors where nudity is allowed in the hallways, just not the elevator, because where we're staying, the elevators are windows that face the falls, Niagara Falls. Okay. And on the Ontario side. And they're clear, they're see-through. And so there's no sex or nudity allowed in the elevators, okay? And I remember when they sent out a post or whatever saying, just so you know, don't give a blowy in the elevator. I remember thinking to myself, do they just come up with that, or did that rule happen for a reason? And then I found out from somebody who does know that it actually happened a couple years ago where there was a hotel takeover and a bunch of people got stuck in an elevator. Okay. And I guess they had to wait for a bit to get some help to get out of the elevator. And apparently an orgy broke out, literally people sucking other people off, people having, and again, this is YouTube. I'm trying to keep it clean. Of course, I talk like a dirty little trucker girl on my fan page and my podcast as well. So you can always, expand and upgrade your access that way. Links are on my website, TorontoUnicorn.com. But for now, I'll keep it clean. So anyways, the firefighters actually, when they got the doors opened up an orgy. They were literally witnessing people hooking up in front of them in an elevator. So it happened. It's part of the history of this lifestyle as one of those stories. So it's funny that people are okay, making notes. No nakedness in the elevator. I have never been to anything like this. Anything. This is next level for me. Okay. So I'm going into it as a girl who's been in this lifestyle for 5-6 years. I'm now partnered, so it's not the single girl perspective anymore. That's different, right? That my perspective has shifted in the lifestyle, in how I vlog and things like that. But I do love vlogging from a couple perspective, because yeah, I'm looking for the unicorn too. Am I gonna find it? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna just fuck any old girl just to get that notch on my belt either. So, yeah, but I'm open to it, and I think that's the exciting part, is just being open to it. And then, I have all these questions. Like, I know, like, I'm a more of a voyeur. I'm not an exhibitionist, so I won't be like hooking up in front of people, but like, especially if I have a fucking hotel room. But I do want to watch. I want to see what happens. I want to be the eyes and ears to be able to come back and tell my listeners, my viewers, what happened. Right? I'm excited to share my experience through the eyes of somebody curious, a little nervous about not packing enough sexy things, like I didn't even think to pack a sex toy. Okay. Like, do I pack a sex toy? Do I not pack a sex toy? I don't know. I mean, is my room going to be dull compared to people? So I am going to bring like my TorontoUnicorn pillow. I'm going to bring my subscribe pillow. I'm going to bring my dick pillow and things like that, so that I have, if I do take interviews in my room, which I'll bring my microphone, my tripod, my ring light, everything. If I do any interviews, I'll be able to be like, in a sex positive themed room. But that's the inside of my room. I'm not going to be decorating my door being like, this is where I am. But kudos to the people who do. That's great. If you're looking to be that social and advertise where you are, I think that's fantastic. And I can't wait to watch these people thrive. Like, I really can't wait to watch people live this amazing weekend. I just know it will be. I know the organizers. They run a really good show. And my biggest problem right now is like, how many joints is enough joints for the weekend? I smoke a lot of weed. I'm like, how many joints do I need? So I'm not a big travel person. The fact that I have to like pack up like my eye makeup and like my face cream and shit is like kind of annoying to me, but I'll do it and report back. Yeah, I mean, I even had to give myself a pedicure yesterday because I was like, shit, I guess I better get a pedicure because I'm about to be at a pool party with a bunch of, like, it didn't even occur to me. So I had to like buff up my feet with this cool little product that I use. That's, it is on my Amazon storefront. By the way, I have a little place that's called like recommended products from TorontoUnicorn, and anything that is like a product I currently own and use and love, I put a link there. So I will put a link in the description always for my Amazon storefronts, which are affiliate links. So they do earn income, but they also are me sharing product recommendations that I truly believe in. So anyways, I did that little buffer thing on my feet, and then I can't show, I'm not that flexible. Oh, you did get to see. Anyways, that's my toenail. So I'm not going to do it any longer because it's not a professional job. And if I do it longer, you're going to pause and you're going to notice. So anyways, it's good enough. I'm glad I can still bend like that. Isn't that good? So anyways, yeah, so I have some feels about like, is it okay that I'm going and not playing with other people? I don't want to be a buzzkill if people are there trying to flirt with me and I'm not down for like hooking up. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I think I am open to participating with the right woman. So I think that also just keeps something alive in me where I'm like, well, like, let's just put ourselves out there, like, see what happens. So I don't know what to wear. I know I like little mini skirts when I go to the club and little bodysuits and like stockings and heels and stuff. So I think that I'll probably just lean into that. But you're talking to a girl right now who doesn't know what to fucking wear, what to pack. It's been a long time since I'm like even a little bit nervous about something. So I'm excited more than nervous. I think I'm really excited for this event specifically, and I can't wait to take you along with me. So I don't know how this is going to come out. I know I'm going to do a vlog, which is obviously on YouTube and Spotify, because all my vlogs are on Spotify now too, guys. Because, first of all, Spotify is uncensored, so I don't get in trouble there, and it's also free, even if you don't pay for Spotify. But yeah, so I'm going to be documenting how it goes. I'm going to be showing my outfits. There is most definitely going to be content on my OnlyFans page with Curly Vixen. She's going to this event as well, and I'll be able to put extra content with her face unblurred and show what it was like to go to this party. So I can't wait to bring you with me. I am honored to have Pillow Talk with you again after all this time. And one more sleep until the Candygasm fairy comes. All right, thanks everybody. Like the Pillow Talk vibe? Well, you can click on your screen now to see a whole playlist of my other Pillow Talks.